bells. Welcome everyone to AccuQuilt Live. I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert. Thanks so much for joining us today. Okay, my friend Christina, it's her happy birthday week. She's in the house. How are you?
Good. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. I know. How many days till your birthday?
2.
How many days till Christmas?
2.
Okay, just as long as we got it right. And did you, I heard Tim wrapped your birthday present in Christmas
Yes.
paper.
He wrapped my birthday presents in Christmas paper.
That's against the law.
Yeah, that's like a criminal offense.
Yeah. Did he fix that?
Not yet, but I'm told he will by Christmas. So.
He has a couple of days. And look, I'm loving your little Santa hat. That
Thank
looks
you.
cute. It's all sparkly.
Usually it lives on top of our tree because we don't have a star. So I took it off this morning.
There you go. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. All right. Where is everybody watching from today? Okay, somebody's watching from Norfolk, Nebraska, and it is blizzarding there. I know, my husband works there. It is cold and snowy outside in Omaha, Nebraska. But people are watching from Oregon. And Rhonda says, happy birthday, Christina.
Oh, thank you.
That's so nice. All right. Let's talk about our picture of the day. So last year at this time, back, when we get on airplanes and travel, I was in Salt Lake City doing an event in Salt Lake City. And if you go downtown in Salt Lake City, the whole downtown area is lit up in Christmas lights, and it's stunning. It's just beautiful. And one of our big holiday traditions is that we drive around and look at Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ray will get me an expensive hot cocoa. I know. Heat my seat in the car, and we just drive. And do you have a holiday tradition like that?
We do a lot of Christmas light watching too. Like it's
Yeah.
a lot of fun to do that on like Christmas Eve when it's like super cold and you just want to be in a warm car.
Yes.
It's the best.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. So last year we took Mason and Emily with us. And Mason sat in the front, and Emily and I sat in the back. And it's the first time I think I ever rode in the back seat of Ray's car. He has heat seaters in the back seat too.
Oh, that's fancy.
No, it was fancy. Okay, so today, quilters, we want you in the comments section to tell us what is your family's holiday tradition. All right, put those in there. We'd love to see them. All right, now before we talk about anything else, last week we always ask you to share your projects with us. So this week we have some to look at. Some of our viewers shared their project. Okay, the first is from Lori T. Okay, she used the Cleopatra's fan die to make.
So pretty.
Isn't it stunning?
There's so many colors. I'm a little obsessed.
I kind of love that. In my quilting head, I've always made Cleopatra's fan the same, like 3 or 4 colors.
Mm-hmm.
But Lori T, outstanding job. And she did the little strips, the little rectangles on the outside
like
for
the
her
piano
border.
key, I think it's
Piano
called.
keys, yeah.
Yes.
It's just beautiful. Good job, Lori T. All right, next, Gail B used our Hunter Star to make this absolutely beautiful quilt. Hunter Star is one of our most popular dies. It
Always.
has been forever. And this was great because, again, she kind of made it scrappy, but she made it the same colors. Mm-hmm. It's just beautiful. I wonder if it was a gift. Mm-hmm. All right, next, Patricia W. She took our cute gnome die and made ornaments. Good job, Patricia. Look how cute they are, and they're all different.
Oh, I love them
now
so
I feel
much.
bad that I didn't make any ornaments out of our gnome die, but that's okay. Next year, right? We can do that. All right, so don't forget to share with us your finished projects. We'd love to showcase them here on our AccuQuilt Live. And speaking of finished projects, I just have to talk for a second. There was a little peer pressure last week from Christina. We talked about all sorts of things, and I can't remember what the question was, but you were talking about how Oscar, you have a Christmas stocking for Oscar.
Mm-hmm. For the cat,
right? For the cat. And then so many of you posted that you also have stockings for the cats. So guess what I went home and did? Because there's a die for that. I made a stocking for Pearl.
Yay.
Yay, I know, she's gonna be so excited. And I also made one for Slim,
Okay.
who lives with him. I know, so look, I embroidered her name and everything.
So cute.
Yes, and then we have Christmas stockings. I won't hold those up. Can you just get those? Do you want me to turn them the other way, Miss Chelsea? So at our house, we have little people. There's Aries Christmas stocking, and Oakley's, and Damien's. Look at that.
They're so cute.
There's a die for all of those quilters. Okay, and I feel like after Christmas, you should go buy all of this great Christmas fabric that's on sale and make Christmas stockings for next year.
There you go. That's a great idea.
In your spare time, let's do that. All right, so to our AccuQuilt Live family, thanks so much for joining us today. So right now on our site, Christina, right, we have a whole bunch of things on sale.
Yes.
We're going to give you an additional 15% off site-wide, right?
Yes.
So, and that means up to 43% off those Go dies. So, Christina, will you look up and see how much this Christmas stocking die is with the discount? And we're going to use 57% off cutters, 31% off cubes. It's only available until midnight Central Time. So if you go to AccuQuilt.com/live, use the code COZY, C-O-Z-Y 15, and to check out, and you're going to save all sorts of money. Okay? Now, the 6, 8, and 9-inch cubes, we're going to use the 9-inch cube today for our project, is only $165 and some change. If you use the code, you will have saved $54. That is so amazing. The 10 and 12-inch cubes are $216 and some change, and you're going to save $63. So cubes are such a great investment.
Oh, yeah.
And so right now, while they're on sale, great way to use that. All right, don't forget, we're going to give away a 9-inch cube today. I know, because we're in charge. To one lucky winner. So be sure and share our video in your personal Facebook page for the chance to win. And Christina's going to announce the winner at the end, right? I would say we, but it's really you. She has this little magic thing, right, on your computer.
We just pick a random winner. We see all the people that shared, just pick a random one, and then that's who wins.
Yeah. Okay, and then finally, a huge shout out to our viewer who watched me a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about peanut brittle. And what is her name again?
Jan
B, thanks for sending it. She sent it in the mail, like with a stamp.
Yes.
So it came here to the office. I know. I made some over the weekend, and it was delicious. I'd have brought it yesterday, but we ate it all. Okay? And last but not least, make sure you sign up for our next event, our live event, which is New Year, New You on January 5th. It's a Tuesday at 12 noon Central Time. We're going to talk about how to spruce up your quilting space and clean up organize your space. I really wish, Christina, that they would just come to my house and do that.
No, same here.
Right? Just a huge makeover, okay? The links to registers in the comment section. Christina, why do they want to register?
Because then you are eligible to win our giveaways.
We have so many fun giveaways. Okay, you want to do that?
Yes.
All right. All right, so let's talk about our project today. Behind me is the Nordic Quilt. Go Nordic Winter. And I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is for you to cut all of the pieces. Now, you might look at that pattern and say, oh, Pam, you have lost your quilting mind. But really, I'm going to show you we only use 3 shapes, all right? So before you start, download the free pattern and read all the instructions, not just some of them, okay? And you can find that free pattern at AccuQuilt.com. Don't forget, we're going to call it Nordic Winter. I love this one. Christina, don't you love that red and gray?
Yes, it's one of my favorite patterns.
It's just so pretty. But you could totally change this, right? You could make it for spring. You could make it for the 4th of July.
Oh, yes.
We have this free program at AccuQuilt.com called Go Quilt. And it has 1,500 different patterns that you can use. This is one of them. And you could totally change the colorway.
Yes.
What would you change it to if you could change it?
Oh, that's so hard. I feel like I'd probably make it like a blush pink with like that gray.
Oh.
I love those colors.
Little grunge going there.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I like that. Justin knows what that is. Okay. All right, so let's do a quick review of the cubes. Yesterday, the lovely Erica and I did a whole event on the cube system. If you missed it, it's okay. It lives on our Facebook page, right? Christine, is that where it is?
Yep, it's always on our Facebook page.
Always on our Facebook
or
page.
YouTube.
Or YouTube, okay? So you can just go back in and watch it. We talk about all the shapes and how they work together. So there are 5 sizes of cubes, a 6-inch cube, 8, 9, 10, and 12-inch cubes. They each have 8 geometric shapes that have specialized dog ears, and always, always, always our geometric shapes have that 1/4-inch seam allowance built in. So if Christina says to me, hey, Pam, I need a 5-inch square, I'm going to say, ooh, do you need a 5-inch square or 5-inch finished square? That's 2 different dies, okay? The cube system is based on a 4-patch, and basically it's a quilt by number system. Now, though the cubes come in different sizes, all of the shapes are exactly the same. This will allow you to convert any cube pattern to fit the size of cubes that you already own. For example, today we're going to use the 9-inch cube, but maybe you own the 10-inch cube or the 12-inch cube or the 6-inch cube or whichever cube. Okay? I'm going to show you how to convert that. It's golden. Okay? Now, before we start, oh, I'm going to turn off my phone. Okay? Chances are somebody's going to call. Okay. So before we start, we're going to use our 9-inch cube, and then later in the show, Christina, I'm going to show you how to convert it to the 12-inch cube. Now, you're only going to need 3 dies from your cube. Shape 2, which is our smaller squares. Shape 3, which is our big half-square triangle. And shape 5, which is our small half-square triangle. Okay? So I'm going to show you this really great time-saving, fabric-saving tip. All right? So here is shape number 2, which cuts a 2 3/4 inch square. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're just going to measure. Okay, so there's 2 3/4. I'm just going to add 1/4 inch on either side. So I'm just going to rough cut with the fabric like 3 1/4 inches. Okay? And that way I can just do with the fabric, and then I can show you how to fan fold. Okay? And that's going to allow you to save time. All right, so don't forget, with our cutters, you can cut up to 6 layers of cotton fabric in one pass, but you can also cut flannel and felt and denim and wool. Christina, what fabrics have you cut that are not cotton?
I've done like minky. I've done like the faux fur for like
Oh,
stockings.
yes. Did you do faux fur for gnome beards?
Oh, that's a good idea. Make them all soft and
While
fluffy.
we're thinking about gnomes. Okay.
How many layers could you do if you're using fusibles?
4 layers of pre-fused fabric. Thank you, Justin, from the Peanut Gallery. He's asking good questions. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, so we're going to cut the red and white fabric here for the blocks. So notice, I have downloaded my pattern, okay? And I'm going to cut the squares. I have made some little step outs for you so you can see how all the pieces go together. Make sure when you're doing this that you want to lay out your pieces. How come, Christina?
Because you could mess up.
Yeah, you sew them together wrong. Christina and I speak from experience when we say that.
Always.
Okay? So I have 4 layers here. I'm just going to do 4 layers. I'm going to put my cutting mat on top. Notice it's the 6 by 6 inch mat. Christina, what happens if you try to cut without a mat?
Not a darn thing.
Not a darn thing. It just sits there and stalls. All right, while we cut, I'm using our Go Big today, but our 6, 8, and 9-inch cubes can run through our Go Me, and then our Go and our Go Big. Okay? Christina?
Yes.
What are people doing for the what's their holiday tradition?
Oh gosh, I love these. Robin says that they do Chinese food in a movie.
Oh, that is so great.
Which I love. Carol says that the kids open new pajamas on Christmas Eve so that they look nice for Christmas morning pictures,
Oh, that's awesome.
which I think is so cute.
That's really cute. I like that. Okay. As the dies come through the cutter, static's built up, so I'm going to give it a little love. Slide my mat, don't lift. And now I've cut my squares perfectly. Okay? So next, you're just fine right there, Chelsea. Chelsea Graphics. She's helping me with our graphics. Next, I'm going to cut half square triangles. So we have big half square triangles and smaller half square triangles. So I did the same thing where I measured from here to here at 1/4 inch, rough cut with the fabric. But the thing you're going to notice about our 1/4 square triangles is that we've cut off those little dog ears. No puppies were hurt, right? Wasn't it just a few weeks ago somebody had a little boy who was worried about puppy ears?
Yes.
Yes. And so from here to here is a perfect 1/4 inch seam. All right? So now I'm going to cut my grays and my whites. And look, the white has little white scissors on them.
That's so cute.
I just love it. It was really fun. All right, Miss Christina, while I'm cutting these, anybody else?
Ooh, we've got a really good question from Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
She wants to know, do you place the fabric the same way as the die or straight with the shape?
So that's a great question. The most important thing you want to remember, Melissa, is that the lengthwise grain of the fabric travels back and forth across the die board. The shapes are at an angle for a reason. This is a steel blade. Inside here there are steel rollers. So if it was straight on the die board, every single time it hit that blade and that roller meet, it'd be like a jarring effect, like when you hit a speed bump with both wheels. But what happens, Melissa, if you take that one wheel at a time? So much smoother, right? So what I'm going to do, the shape's at an angle, so it just goes through so much easier. So I'm going to lay my fabric over the shape. I'm not going to line it up with the die board because then I'm going to waste fabric. Great questions today. Okay, and again, I'm just going to cut 4 layers because I can.
Ooh, Mary's in our comments, and she said she just got a package from AccuQuilt today.
Mary, quick, go open it up. Tell us what's inside. Oh, maybe it's a Christmas present. She shouldn't do that.
We did have someone say that they got their Go Big early, and they were asking us on Facebook yesterday if they should open it now or wait until Christmas.
And was the consensus open it now?
I told them I'm not going to tell them what to do, but I wouldn't wait.
Okay. Oh, and hey, while we're talking about people watching, Christina's dad's in the comments today.
He is.
Luke, Merry Christmas, Luke Henry. I hear that's your middle name when you're in trouble. And hopefully Scotty's watching today. Is Scotty watching today, Chelsea? Oh. My Ray is watching today. He should be taking care of stuff, but he's watching. Okay, so now I've cut half square triangles. Look how fast. 90% faster than rotary cutters or scissors, okay? So now let's lay some pieces out so we can sew some stuff. You want to make sure right side's facing up. And I'm going to tell you, the thing I love about the Qube system is, oh, here, I can't talk. Hold on. The thing I love about the Qube system is that you can just chain piece for days, right? I mean, that's the part that's so much faster, okay? So now, here's what you want to do. You want to lay your, I was worried that was Karen. I just heard the door open over there. Last week, Karen, who runs our warehouse, just came in and stalked us. It was awesome. Okay. Okay. Ooh, here we go. There we go.
Okay, so we've got a really good question from Patty as well.
Hi, Patty.
So she says, on the first row, the second block of this quilt, one of the blocks is turned the incorrect way. If you look at the quilt behind you, up in the top left corner, those 2 gray triangles, do you see them?
Oh. Hey, good catch.
I've always, this quilt used to hang on our wall up in the office. We took it down for this, but I've always noticed that that one has turned the wrong way.
But I kind of love it. This is why you lay your pieces out.
But I also love it because it's just like that little, like, what do they call it? Like the Amish mistake?
Yeah.
Within the quilt.
Good call. I did not make this quilt.
No, and I'm not sure what the pattern says either, but I'm sure.
Oh, we should totally check that. Hey, Lauren. Lauren's watching. She works with us. So I feel like we should have turned it the other direction and it had been down here. Good call. Okay, that's why we lay stuff out, okay? And I'm actually going to cut 4 more of these while I have my fabric so I can show you how to make those. Okay, Christina, while I'm cutting these, what are people's holiday traditions?
Oh, there's so many. A lot of people get jammies for Christmas Eve.
Jammies,
which I love.
We don't do jammies. Do you do jammies?
We don't. We don't do jammies. We're just in like sweatpants.
Yeah,
and
amen.
Sweatshirts the morning of Christmas.
Yeah. We do always have prime rib for our Christmas dinner.
I love that. I love the people saying they get Chinese for Christmas.
I know, I love that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this out here. I'm going to put this here. All right, so let me show you how fast it is to sew these. I already took my shoes off. I was preemptive here to sew. Okay, so now quilters, see how I laid it out? Because I want to make sure that, unlike the quilt behind me, the pattern is correct, okay? So here we go. So I'm going to sew one side here, and look, we cut off those dog ears, so it's just going to come perfectly. And I'm going to do this.
Oh, there's so many comments of people saying they got their orders today.
Yay!
I love that.
Okay, listen, here's what I think. Put a bow on it and put it under the tree. Mm-hmm. I mean, tomorrow is Christmas Eve.
I agree.
Are you really going to sew today? You might, but no. Are you going to sew today, Christina?
Maybe. I've still got a couple presents to wrap.
Well, don't follow Christina's advice. I don't think I'm sewing today.
No?
I think I'm sewed for the Christmas season.
I kind of want to watch some more Christmas movies too.
Oh.
You've been talking about Jingle All the Way all week.
I have.
And I found out it's on Disney Plus.
You should totally watch Jingle All the Way.
I'm gonna.
Okay, while I sew this together, I'm going to tell you, I won't give you all the details. But I ordered the wrong Christmas present for Oakley and Damien. And it was Monday. It was like an episode out of Jingle All the Way. I mean, Taylor's on the phone, and I'm on the phone, and we're ordering stuff, and we're trying to, it's sold out, and oh my word, it was so stressful. But it was all good because that was last Monday. This Monday, the lovely FedEx man brought our Christmas to us. So ta-da. Okay, so now see how I've done this? And I'm going to tell you when you're doing this little part here, Christina, you guys, you want to press your seams open.
Okay.
Okay, it just lays flat when you're
Sure.
trying to add those other little half square triangles.
Generally, I've gotten in the habit of always pressing my seams open.
Yeah, the Lynn Gibney, she does. The
Yeah.
Gibney always does it. Like that, okay? Okay, so now, see, this is why we lay stuff out. Okay, I'm gonna laugh all day about the fact that our quilt is wrong. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing here. So quilters, you could do all of these 3 pieces. Just chain piece them all right? You don't have to just stop there.
Ooh, a lot of folks are saying they're finishing up sewing projects today.
Now I'm feeling all guilty about that, but not really. So.
Oh, and I did hear back about the stocking die on sale.
Okay,
So
and the stocking die on sale, did Cody tell us?
Yep, when you use code COZY15, it's $63.
Oh my gosh. Make sure you have a 10 by 24 mat.
Yes, and I think that's worth it enough because that shape, I tried to make stockings many years ago just by cutting out fabric.
Did you also try to make bowl cozies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here.
There's dies for that now.
There are dies for that. There are dies for that. Next week, by the way, quilters, the question of the day is, what dies did Santa bring you? What's your favorite new die?
Ooh.
I know, that's going to be great because I'm excited to hear about that. Okay. Okay, I totally sewed that wrong, but it's okay because the needle came up. It's okay. Watch this. Well, maybe I will pull this out. Okay, well, tell us what people are doing while I pull out this one seam.
Rita says that we give each other a book on Christmas Eve.
Oh, I would spend all of Christmas Eve reading it.
Yes, I love that. Let's see. Joy says that the kids requested a new board game, so they're playing that on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's fun.
I love that.
We are
June-
way too competitive in our family to play board games. Because my kids hate to lose more than they like to win. Forever. So we can't play those.
June says their tradition is everyone makes a new ornament for the tree.
Oh, that's lovely. I feel like Christmas is going to be so different this year, right? Because of COVID. You know, less peoples. Okay, so now see, look, I sewed that so fast you didn't even know I made a mistake. Here we go. I'm going to press these open. I'm excited. So Christina, what die do you think Santa should bring you? Like if you had to choose one.
That's hard.
Yeah?
I really love the Arkansas Traveler.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So see how we did that? So you're going to continue to repeat with that. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add these half square triangles. So I'm going to cut some. All right. And then Ms. Chelsea, you can go down for a minute. She's going through our graphics, so I can talk about what's next. Okay. So quilters ask me all the time, why is AccuQuilt better than rotary cutting? Okay, half square triangles, people. Cut a strip, cut a square, mark it, sew it, cut it, trim it, cut off the dog ears. Never works. With our Go products, it's going to be perfect every single time. You're going to find accurate cuts. You're going to get those specialized dog ears, right? And that 1/4 inch seam allowance built in. Man, that's a complicated process with a rotary cutter. So here's these big half square triangles. I'm going to do the same. Now, quilters, I have the Go Big, so I could actually run 2 of these dies through in one pass. I know, so much faster. So if one die is 90% faster, 2 is like exponentially faster. Don't forget to share because we're giving away a 9-inch cube. Christina wants a 10-inch cube from Santa, right?
I would be fine with a 9-inch too.
Yeah. See, she's
I'd be
okay
fine with
that.
any cube. Let's be real.
Yeah, there you go. Be sure and share on your Facebook page. And at the end of the show, Christina's going to make an announcement, okay?
Ooh, Brenda said that Santa brought her 40 dies this year. He just doesn't know it.
Good job, Brenda. Good job. Thank you, Santa. What a good guy. Okay, and did you know we have a blog? We have great people. Marissa and Erica write in our blog. It's just great. It's a place to find inspiration and tutorials and patterns and sewing tips.
Yes.
And great ways to use your cutter and dies. And we have people called go-getters. What are our go-getters?
They're kind of like our influencers. So they write patterns for us. They post on social media about us, how to use the dies, things like that. They're kind of our cheerleaders for AccuQuilt.
I thought you and I were go-getters, but apparently not.
I'm not a go-getter.
Sometimes I'm just a gone. I'm just gone. Okay, so make sure you check out our blog. It's right here in the link, all right? Okay, and don't forget our special code today, COZY15. Take an additional 15% off. Things site-wide. And be sure and sign up for our New Year's event called New Year, New You on January 5th. We're going to have tips on how to spruce up your quilting space. The link to registers in the comments section, because Christina, what are we giving away?
A 9-inch cube.
9-inch, no, on the 5th.
Oh,
More
on the
stuff.
5th, many things.
Many things on the 5th. Today we're giving away a 9-inch cube. All right, so now watch this. Now I've cut my perfect half square triangles. Hey, folks.
Oh, we've got a great question from Connie.
Yeah?
She wants to know when we started doing live shows.
Uh-huh. It's okay, I have some. When did we start doing live shows? Okay, so this is a great thing.
Like 2 years ago, like in
2
November.
years ago, and how did we film those, Christina?
Oh, on a tiny little camera and with my laptop, and there was no lights and.
No. Christina would sit down here with her iPhone on a chair, and there was no like screens or anything, and our lighting was bad, and I just talked.
There was no microphone. You would just kind of shout.
No, it was just awesome. So 2 years, we've come a long way since then.
Certainly.
Huge shout out to our Facebook Live team. We really do great things. Okay, so now I'm going to take these great half square triangles that I cut, and look, they're going to match up perfectly because we cut them with a die. All right? And again, I'm just doing 2 at a time so you can see how easy it is to chain piece. Okay, while I'm sewing, Christina, what are people's traditions?
Oh, I'm still saying so many jammies, and I love that.
Jammies, we need to do that. Okay, Mason's Emily, her family does jammies.
I love that.
I know. I feel like I could only get Mason into one pair of Christmas jammies. I'm just saying.
I'm seeing more Chinese food on Christmas. Cheryl says that her husband shares my birthday.
Happy birthday,
She
Cheryl's
says
husband.
that she has always wrapped his presents in birthday paper because it's a separate celebration.
Tim, no pressure there, sweetie. Make sure you're doing that right. What's your mama's name?
My mom?
Yeah.
Char.
Char, Luke and Char, did they always wrap your birthday presents in birthday paper?
Oh, yes. They were always very good about separating the day. Like,
Oh,
I'm one
that's
of
good.
6. How many siblings do I have? I'm one of 5. And we always did Christmas in the morning, and then about like 3 o'clock or so, it would switch to birthday.
Excellent.
They're great.
Excellent. Okay, so now look. I've done this. And now I'm going to press to the dark side. Okay? Here we go. Okay, so today, Christina, while you sew, you should watch Jingle All the Way and Think of Me.
Okay. I'm very excited.
Because it's hilarious.
I looked it up last night to see if it was streaming anywhere because I felt like I had to watch it.
I know.
Because that's not one that they like play on TV.
No.
Like they play Elf and all those.
Oh, yeah, Elf like a million times,
Yeah, but they
right?
never play Jingle All the Way, and I think that's a travesty.
Listen, Disney should give us a promo here. You should also watch Jingle Jangle. It has Forrest Whitaker in it.
Now that one I've heard is good.
Rashad.
I've heard that a little bit.
It was really cute. The kids watched it. Taylor said to watch it. I was surprised. Okay, so now look. Here we go. Now, the thing to remember, quilters, is once you've sewn that, then we're going to sew these other parts. So I'm going to walk right back here again. Okay, so we actually have, oh, I just kicked a light. Don't tell anybody. So we have 3 different blocks. Okay, so like this is a block and the centers are red, and this is a block that the centers are red, and then this is the centers gray and 2 different grays. Mm-hmm. Read the instructions, because the block that I'm making is the one that is just the one that the grays in the center, the reds are in the end, and the grays are in the outside. Okay, but there are 3 different blocks. I know, that's why you should read all the instructions. Okay. All right, you're just fine right there, Miss Chelsea. Okay, so Then you're going to sew these together. And you know what? We have some, so let's sew them together real quick and show you how fast we can sew these. Don't forget to share. We're giving away our 9-inch cube. Okay. Christina, what else are people saying they're doing?
Oh, we've got a really good question from Linda, actually.
Hi, Linda.
She wants to know which other cube would go well with a 9-inch one.
So that's a great question. I'm going to tell you the 6-inch cube.
I think so
Because
too.
the 6-inch cube, it's based on a 4-patch. But if you have a 9-patch from the 6-inch cube, it's going to make a 9-inch finished block. So they work together beautifully. Okay? Great questions. Just get them all. Get them all. I mean,
Yes,
that should be your goal.
Every cube. Plus, they look so pretty when they're all stacked up together on the shelf.
They do. It's like, oh, look, I did this. Okay, so now I'm sewing half square triangles again. I'm going to show you how to put this little block together. And then we're going to talk about pattern conversion because I feel like that's why everybody is sitting around waiting, right? In your day jammies. We got to get out of here because it's snowing out there. Holy
It
smokes.
is.
I know. We're excited to hang with you.
It just got so cold so fast here, too. Like, I think it dropped, like, what, 30 degrees in, like, a couple hours? And now it's snowing, and
2 days ago, it was 57.
Yep.
So,
and now it's currently 22.
welcome to Nebraska. I feel like we can't complain because I feel like in Alberta, Canada, it is
Oh.
so cold.
Yeah, it's probably
When I
so
was in
much
Alberta, Canada last year, it was 57 below zero. Like, that was the temperature.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, it was just crazy. Okay? So see how fast I sewed those? Again, quilters, you're going to cut all your half square triangles. You're going to sew all your half square triangles. Okay? All right, here we go. I'm going to take my little iron, and I'm using my cute little shovel iron today. When I was done with my blocks, I'm going to use my big iron. Okay?
We do have a couple questions about that shovel iron. It's
People
just a,
ask about this cute little shovel iron all the
just
time.
a Clover shovel iron. You can get it at any craft store. Any
Yep, or
quilt
your
shop,
local
probably.
retailer. Yep, quilt shop. And this is a mason jar. Somebody told us about this, and we've had it there forever. Somebody did say you could take a big, tall coffee mug
Oh, okay.
that has a handle on it and throw it in, but I just use it in the mason jar because I have a mason at my house.
There you go.
Okay, now this is important. See how we did this? We want the points to fit together. All right, so I'm going to sew these together. Notice I'm just chain piecing.
Oh,
Chain piece for days.
there's a comment from Mary. She says, that's why I live in California.
Mary. We lived, the first 6 years when Ray and I were first married, we lived in Long Beach, California, and it was basically 72 every day,
Oh,
like every day.
I wouldn't know what to do with that.
It was beautiful.
'Cause
We
it's
walked
so-
on the beach and,
It's so up and down here that I don't know anything else.
oh yeah. Yeah. Mason called me on the way to work this morning, and he was very much asleep, and he called and he goes, Mom, is it windy outside? I said, oh my word, the wind was just blowing crazy. He goes, I can hear stuff hitting the house. Okay, so now once I've sewn these pieces, look, I'm going to press to the square. Because why am I going to press to the square? Because that way my pieces will nest, because I'm going to make a little 4-patch. Okay? All right, so I'm going to sew this together, and then we're going to talk about fabric and how much we need to convert it. Okay? Make sure it's right. Good job. All right, Christina, what else are people doing for Christmas traditions?
Let's see. Marion says that she always cooks a big dinner for the family. It's got ham, dressing, gravy, green beans, sweet potato
talked about
casserole,
gravy.
mac and cheese, corn casserole.
We're going there. We don't have to cook. We're just going to Mary's. Holy smokes. We have prime rib and twice baked potatoes at our house.
Ooh, Chris wants to know, is that a 1/4-inch seam or a scant?
It is a 1/4-inch seam.
Yep.
It works best that way. And then see, look, my perfect little 4-patch, and I'm going to press that open. Okay. Make sure I do this. I burned my finger the other day.
Ooh, some folks are asking about the quilt behind me, too.
I got nothing.
It was-
Leslie pulled it for us.
Yeah, it was also made with our cube.
Yes.
We'll put the link in the comments, but I do believe it's called, oh, it's escaping me.
It is. Hey, Leslie. Leslie's monitoring our comments. Will you throw that link in there?
Oh, it's the 12-inch Snow Crystals quilt pattern.
There we go. Thank you, Leslie. It is. It's snow crystals. Isn't it beautiful?
I love it so much.
It reminds me of my grandmother's old blue dishes.
Oh, I love that. Like the little Polish dishes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I love those.
I love it. Okay, so now let's talk about pattern conversion. I know, I'm so excited to talk to you about this. There is this huge, really valuable tool available on our website. And you can scan the QR code right here and it'll take you right to that link. But it's called the Fabric Reference Chart. Don't forget this video is going to live on our Facebook page, so if you forget, you can just come back and watch it, okay? Now, it's a reference chart, and it's so cool because it's divided by sections for each cube and then a million other dies. Not a million, but you know what I mean. It's 53 pages long. So I would not suggest printing the whole thing. So what I did was, since my pattern tells me how much yardage I need with the 9-inch cube, then I want to know how much yardage I'm going to need for the 12-inch cube, okay? So go to the 12-inch cube part, and it's going to go shape by shape, okay? And AccuQuilt, they did all the math for you. Because some of us went to college and studied history. What did you study in college, Christina?
Graphic design.
So you can do math?
Kind of, but.
Okay, that's a no, in case anybody wondered, okay? All right, so before we get to the chart, don't forget, take an additional 15% off site-wide. You can save up to 43% on Go Dies. How much was that stocking again? 66 and some change?
Let me double check really quick. I think it's 63.
63 and some change, okay? The code is COZY15. You can save up to 50% on cutters, 31% off cubes. So check this out. If you were getting the 6, 8, or 9-inch cube today, $165 and some change, you save $54. The 10 and 12-inch cubes are $216 and some change. You're going to save $63. The code is COZY15. We hope you're home cozying up. All right. Now, why should you use an AccuCool cutter? Because remember, it's going to save you so much time. If I have my Go Big, I can run 2 dies through, but you can cut 6 layers of fabric every single time of quilting cotton. As Justin pointed out, you can get 4 layers of pre-fused fabric. So when you're doing applique shapes, think about how long it takes you to cut out applique shapes. Christina, did you ever cut out applique shapes before you worked here?
I don't think so.
It's just so long, okay? Don't forget to sign up for our new event January 5th, New Year, New You, 12 noon Central Time. We're giving stuff away. We're going to give you tips on how to spruce up your quilting space, get organized. I really wish they were coming to my house. The link is in the register of your comments section. All right, now, to do convert patterns, we're going to do some simple math, okay? So here in my pattern, for example, it says we need to cut 32 light gray, so around here, light gray, 32 half square triangles, okay? The pattern says I need 5/8 of a yard, all right? Now, the conversion chart that Chelsea's going to put up, so here you see where it says 12-inch cube? I know, it's brilliant. Okay, so it says that I can cut up 20 of shape 5s from a 4 3/4 inch strip. So I would need 2 strips or about 9.5 inches of fabric. So I would get 1/3 of a yard of fabric and then use some for the binding strips, okay? Let's do one more because this is great. So you could take this pattern and convert it to the 6-inch cube or the 8. Okay, if you're gonna do it to the 8, just get the same amount of fabric. It's pretty much a wash, okay? But I wanted to show you 12 because Jill, who works in our marketing team, she actually made a quilt using the 12-inch kits, okay? Let's do one more. The pattern says to cut 64 shape 2s, those squares, in white. The conversion chart tells you that you can cut 10 squares from a 4-inch strip. So you're gonna need 28 inches of white fabric. Now, before you go all crazy, make sure you add the fabric needed for the white half square triangles as well. Now, you need to cut 128 half square triangles. Don't let that number bother you. 6 at a time, holy smokes. You can just cut them so fast. Our chart tells us we can cut up to 20 in a 4 3/4 inch strip. So we need 7 strips, okay, or 34 inches. Use your phone at this point to do your math, okay? And then add this to the previous yardage. You're going to need 1 3/4 inch yards. Now, you could totally get 1 3/4 inch yards, but I always like to get a little bit extra. Christina, do you do scrappy binding or do you use the same?
I've done both. Typically I do all the same, but I've started really liking the look of scrappy.
I do. I like scrappy. So I would get 2 yards, right? And then use some for the bindings, okay? So isn't that amazing? So the pattern conversion chart, every time you get an AccuQuilt pattern, print it out and then just go through and it's gonna say, you need to cut 64 half square triangles and you need to cut 32 squares or whatever it needs to be. Then you can just do the conversion in that chart. And it lives on our website.
Yep, we're going to put a link in the comments too, so
Oh
it's
my
easy
gosh,
to get to.
isn't that so fast and
Yes,
easy?
just
Have you ever
bookmark that
used
page.
the conversion chart
I
before?
haven't. I didn't really know how it worked, but hearing you explain it makes a lot more sense.
Here we are talking about it, okay? So, no, but that's the great thing because I feel like, you know, you own the cubes and you want to make sure you get the most out of them, right? And you think, oh, that pattern's for the 8-inch cube and I have the 9-inch cube. It's okay. We can do some math, okay? So it's really easy. Again, it goes through all of the shapes. Like it talks about parallelograms and it talks about rectangles and not just the cube, but individual dies as well, okay? So on Saturday, when you are exhausted, just sit on your laptop and go through and look at it.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
I feel like it takes some time to just like look through it a little bit, kind of see
Yes.
how to read it, and then it makes so much sense.
Yes. And it was super easy. So when I went through it, I was like, oh, yes. Yeah. Okay? All right. Don't forget to take an additional 15% off site-wide. Our Merry Christmas present to you, our family. Some exclusions apply, but you can get up to 43% off Go Dies, 50% off, 57% off cutters, 31% off cubes. This offer is only available until midnight Central Time. Visit AccuQuilt.com/live and use the code COZY15 at checkout.
And you know,
remember, yes,
go ahead.
if you're going to get a cube, 6, 8, 9-inch cubes, they're only $165.
Yes. And I was doing some math. There's how many dies in a cube?
8.
So if you take that 165 divided by 8, it's like $20 a die,
Oh, there you go.
which is
that you're going to use over and over and over again.
It's unheard of.
Right. Yeah. Quilters ask me all the time, like, what cube should I get? I'm going to tell you to start with 8.
Yeah.
Get you a 2.5-inch strip die today while they're on sale.
Yeah.
And a cutting mat, 10 by 24. Okay?
Definitely.
And $165, say $54. The 10 and 12-inch cube, I love the 12-inch cube. Okay, I'm going to tell you I use 8 and 12 the most.
Yeah.
Okay? $216, you're going to save $63. All right. Now, finish your quilt by adding the batting. Listen, use good cotton batting or wool batting. Yeah, don't spend the time and money getting crappy batting. Just get good batting, okay? Add it back and quilt as desired. And don't forget, if you don't like the color scheme of our Nordic winter, check out AccuQuilt.com and our great free tutorial called Go Quilt, and you can totally change the colors. All right, Christina, let's pick our winner right before Christmas. Who is our winner today? Drum roll.
Right. Our winner is Melissa Reed.
Melissa Reed. Melissa, thanks for joining us today. Hey, Christina's going to reach out to you, and she's going to send you a 9-inch cube. Merry Christmas to you. Okay, now next week, I am going to talk about my all-time favorite shape. Do you know what it is, Christina?
Yes.
Yes. What is it?
Half square triangles.
Half square triangles. Because so many of you have our cubes, are going to get your cubes. So many of you have the whole decision today whether or not you're opening your cubes or not. Put a bow on it and put it under the tree. Okay? I'm going to show you how they work. I'm going to give you some really great creative ways to use them. Okay? All about half square triangles. They're just going to let me talk about them. I'm super excited. Okay? So on behalf of our entire Facebook team, so we have Marissa and Katie and Leslie who are off-site. Merry Christmas, ladies. Nick is upstairs listening to really crappy music. I don't know what he's listening to. It's terrible. But Merry Christmas, Nick. In the Dream Studio today, we have Mike and Chelsea and Justin. And Joe is new to our team. Welcome to our team. And the lovely Christina. Happy birthday to you, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay? On behalf of all of us, I am Pam Heller, reminding you at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time so you can quilt more. Have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you next Wednesday.